Today is the solemnity of the Most Holy Trinity, which calls to mind three ideas which sum up our idea of God: His awe-inspiring transcendence, His lavish love, and His compassionate communion. The Holy Trinity is God. Nothing is higher than God. He's all-powerful, all-knowing, omnipresent, transcendent, above. Isaiah says His ways are higher than our ways, just as the heavens are higher than the earth. So, understanding one divine substance in three divine persons is not easy. St. Patrick used a three-leafed shamrock to explain it. We use our pointing finger, since bending it, you see one finger with three parts. But these are just analogies. They fall short of the transcendent reality. St. Augustine says, if you think you understand it, it's not God you understand. Angels and saints will exalt and marvel at Him forever. Nevertheless, understanding the Trinity actually explains our whole lives. Here's why. If the Trinity is transcendent and God is love, then God is a totally transcendent and lavish love. His very nature is to love. Even God's own words can scarcely convey this: merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness. God's love is so infinitely beyond anything we've ever experienced, seen, or can even begin to imagine. And we're made in God's image and likeness. So you know what that means. You, were made to love and be loved. But what does this mean? For Christians, love is to obey God and do what is truly good for others. The Father, Son, and Spirit are caught in an eternal exchange of love. They don't need us, but rather want to share their love with us. Since baptism brings us into Christ, and Christ is in the Trinity, then you, through baptism, are in the divine Trinity, who is love. In fact, the eternal life Jesus offers us is an eternal sharing in God's transcendent life and love, and you were made for that love. This explains the meaning of our lives, why we miss seeing each other, why we know racism is evil and we mourn the tragic death of George Floyd. It's why I weep, because I can't see you and give Holy Communion. But just see this camera. We are made for transcendent love within the Trinity.